everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you for joining me here on another episode at Allie's Treasure Trove. Today we're going to be opening up our second ever hot toy on the channel with the brand new Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith Commander Cody movie masterpiece figure number 524. Now I am definitely excited to check this out. I have had him on pre-order for a while, but if you're interested in picking up your own Commander Cody, let's say you enjoy the video, love the figure, and either were on the fence about it or just hadn't seen it before and are really curious, there are more Commander Codys available on the Hot Toys website. I'll put that link in the description down below. It is still on pre-order, so they're still making more. I believe it was showing that the next units will be shipping in December, and he does retail for $243 plus shipping. Now, definitely don't wait too long, especially if you're in love with this figure, because when Hot Toys sell out, they're gone forever, and most of the time, they get pretty expensive on the secondary market. Even ones that seem to be up on the website for a while and be like, oh, people aren't too interested in them. Number one example of that is the K2SO. That is, last time I checked, around $900. So I do have quite the extensive Hot Toy Star Wars collection. If you guys are interested in seeing more of those, I have General Grievous, which I don't think is actually a Hot Toy. I think it's just a regular sideshow. Several battle droids. I have the, which you guys saw, the Anakin, the Sith version. I have the regular version as well. I have Obi-Wan. I have the Imperial Disguise exclusive sideshow Jin. I have the regular Jin Erso. I have the K2SO, and lots of others. So if you're interested in seeing more Hot Toy unboxings here on the channel, definitely let me know in the comments. Make sure to go ahead and hit like on this video. That way I know you guys enjoy this type of content. But like I said, we're going to be checking out Commander Cody today. So let me go ahead and get this box open up, and I'll join you guys back in just a couple seconds. Alright everyone, I have returned. I just went ahead and took out the inside packaging from the outside shipping box. I did notice, I was a little bit worried, the shipper box doesn't seem to be as thick cardboard as I'm used to, and it did look like it got banged up a bit. But unfortunately, it just seems like the top right corner here, of course we'll go ahead and take off the plastic, but it does seem like this corner got a bit dinged. Perhaps the back corner as well, on both sides. I guess the top right. The UPS driver just didn't like that side and figured, just yeet. But otherwise, it seems to be in okay condition, which definitely, of course, the figure inside matters more, but I always prefer to have my boxes as minty as possible. But we're going to go ahead and check them out, unbox, review, all that stuff. So let me go ahead and switch camera places by just smacking that little keyboard shortcut. There you go, Tamara Morrison in all his Commander Cody glory. And now, I have not seen The Mandalorian yet, but, a little spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen recent episodes of Mandalorian Season 2 either, this is your chance to break away. But Tamara Morrison did come back to reprise himself as the clone Boba Fett. Now, of course, Daniel Logan was young Boba. Oop, looks like it got a little hit there too. Young Boba in Attack the Clones, and he was Jango, of course, all the clones in the movies. Well, not all of them, but the ones with heads. But yes, do have the little Commander Cody little slip there too. That's cool. But I do appreciate that in these figures, you can, of course, have them with the helmet on or off. Hot Toys always has wonderful face sculpts. Now let's look at the side here. It does also come, I believe, with the little hologram of the Emperor ordering him to execute Order 66. And there is the other side. And then let's just take a quick look at the back of the box. Just does have information on different copyright information. Warnings, choking hazard, do not give to small children, they will die. You know, the usual. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this top off here. Now, I do have, like I was saying, I do have that Episode 3 Obi-Wan. I have Anakin. I have now Commander Cody. I have some older sideshow. I have a Shock Trooper and one of these Utapau clone troopers. So my hope is they make a deluxe, I mean, I would buy another Obi-Wan if he was riding Boga, or if they made Boga the Varactyl from the Utapau planet. I would buy that by itself. I don't think that would ever happen, but that would be a wish for me. I can make a little Utapau diorama, because like I said, I do have another, whatever infantry number this is. I have another one of those clone troopers. And now I have Cody, so I can have one without the helmet, have the actual Cody, have Obi-Wan, have Boga. It'd be wonderful. I'd love that. But speaking of dreams, I just want the, on the website for Hot Toys, it's been up, I think, for almost about a year and a half now, like the preview of the Naboo Starfighter. The Anakin, that's what I want. But alright, here's what the little slipcover on top looks like. Let's go ahead and pop this off. It says 1/6 scale Commander Cody collectible figure. Alrighty, very cool. Set that down. And here is Commander Cody. There's the Tamara Morrison head. It does have a lot of different accessories, different pistols and whatnot, and then different armor parts, and the hologram, and the hand with the hologram of the Emperor. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these plastic bits out of the box, move the box, well, the bottom of the box rather. off to the side. That way I don't bang it up anymore on accident than it's already banged up. But alrighty, let me go ahead, remove the top plastic. It of course has that fresh plastic smell. Smells pretty good. I don't know why I enjoy the smell so much of new Hot Toys. They just smell new and fancy. Does of course come with the thematic base for you to stand your Hot Toy on. And alrighty, is actually quite lighter than I would have anticipated. It does feel very light. It looks like it's made out of metal. I'm assuming it's just plastic, but it is very light and is actually impressively light. It feels like obviously if you drop it, bad things are going to happen, but it feels almost like I'm not even holding anything. I do like that there's the little pieces of foam sandwiched under his armor to not let anything get scratched in transit. That is definitely pretty cool. Alright, there he is. Helmet on. And of course, you can pop that off. I am actually going to look at the instruction booklet before I start messing with anything, just because I really would hate for anything to go wrong here. But before I start messing with the actual figure itself, here is the base. It does say, of course, Commander Cody. Can I slide this plastic off without ripping it? Seems like it doesn't want to go. Alrighty, come on, I believe in you, plastic. Alright, the plastic does not want to go. So since I'm not going to actually have him on display, I'm not going to take that off right now, but I think you guys can get a good enough idea of what that looks like. Put his feet there. There's always, here it is. You hook that in there. Actually, interestingly enough, I think I mentioned this before about Hot Toys. The way you put this under, this goes in their crotch area and it helps them stand up. On some figures, it'll be obvious, like I'm pretty sure, even though the black will blend in a bit with the Under Armour there. Probably be easily able to see it. My Avengers Loki, which is actually the only Hot Toy I have on display at the moment, just because of space. Because he has like the longer cape, it's not really noticeable. But if that's something that bothers you, unfortunately all Hot Toys do come with that. I wouldn't recommend displaying them without it, even though they probably could stand up on their own, just in case like you bump into the table and it shakes a little bit. Obviously that's going to catch your figure, whereas if he's just standing up by himself, there we go. And then bad things happen, sad boy town. But let's go ahead and look at these weapon accessories. I wonder if YouTube would flag the video for something like this. That is cool. There's the long-range weapon. The little pieces there. That's cool. There's a shorter one there. This does move too. That's cool. You could set it to, like, if you have him aiming for something, looking behind a rock. That'd be cool. You have two smaller guns here. And of course, Cody does come with different hands, so you can mix and match what hands you want him to have, and also which grips you want him to be holding onto the different weapons. You have this as well. I believe this would clip onto the arm. This one I might need to see a picture of. I'm not entirely certain where that goes off the top of my head. Then it does have the little communicators. I think you stick into the side of his helmet for signals. Oops, I just knocked over some top loaders. Featuring Titan Cards top loaders in the middle of this video. And then of course, one thing that really sets Hot Toys apart from regular Sideshow 6 scales, like I said, I have Battle Droids from Sideshow, I have some other Clone Troopers from Sideshow, but if you're going for anyone that has a face that'll be visible, like if you're just getting a Clone Trooper, you're not going to take off the helmets. Some of them don't even come with removable helmets. Definitely that's fine for me, but just Hot Toys has such great job well done with the face sculpts that Sideshow has not been able to replicate. The one I would give an example, the Luke from Return of the Jedi, the Sideshow version looks much less like Mark Hamill than the Hot Toys version. I do own the Hot Toys version of that one. Not the deluxe, just the regular. But just, this is like, I'm holding Temuera Morrison's head, like in my hand. Like, this is almost slightly uncomfortable. If, like, you know, if Ali was a giant monster, like, just plopped his head off and is actually holding a real head on camera here. It'd definitely be a bit more messy, and the inside of a head I don't think looks like this. But that's the little peg you would pop his head on into. No, I don't want to just pull willy-nilly like I said, so I'm going to go ahead and take out the instruction booklet. There's the instruction sheet, 99.9% of the time taped to the bottom of the plastic of your Hot Toys. If you're having a hard time finding it, that's where it is. I don't believe I've seen it elsewhere, but since obviously I don't own every single Hot Toy that exists, I'm going to say 99.9%. Alright, let's go ahead and check this out. That way I can do as thorough of a review that I'm comfortable with as possible. Probably going to change up some of the hands and the helmets. Not really going to mess with too many of the accessories. Like I said, because unfortunately I don't have room to display him at the moment. So I want to make it easier on myself to remember what goes where and to put it back in the box. All right, so those do clip to the helmets, just like I thought. One does go on the shoulder. All right. All right, interchangeable head sculpt and helmet. It just pops on the peg. The LED projector arm for the Emperor. All right, that's cool, and it actually lights up. You put batteries in there. Oh. And just to be careful with that arm here, which is this one, you cannot remove the hand. The hand is not posable and it is not removable. So don't try and bend it because you will actually just break it. You will snap the plastic. Very actually appreciative of that tip there. So that is very cool. What does the top piece look? It's just, oh, it's just the Commander CODY thing. And then do we have more back here? All right, so you can actually get the hologram of the Emperor. Well, Chancellor Palpatine at this point. Yoda. Looks like other trooper, and also perhaps either Obi-Wan or Mace Windu. Can't quite tell 100% just by the sculpt. Looks like Obi-Wan. Looks like he has a shred of hair. I don't know if the camera will focus that small. It does look like there's a little lighter piece for hair, so obviously not Mace Windu. Okay, so that does go on the back. Oh, it's the jetpack. Ah, okay. I don't know that I've ever inspected the back of a clone trooper too much, which would explain why I didn't know what that piece was. All right, so let's go ahead. I have now read instructions on how to remove his head, and that was just pull on the peg. So that's what we're going to do next. All right, let me go ahead, take my instructions back. I put them in upside down. I have to fix that. That's bothering me. And then we will pull on his head. All right, I fixed my upside down instruction booklet. This is just such a really cool figure. Oh man, I love just the like how he looks so dirty and everything. Like, look at this. That looks like it's just like real actual dirt. That is very impressive. Do like the stretchy undercloth. Very firm butt cheeks here. I don't know why that's something I always check on all my fingers. But all right, let's go ahead. I want to grab somewhere where there's nothing to mess with. I don't want to grab around that or around that and then I accidentally pop it off. But all right. Just turn, twist and turn a little bit. I'm always scared when popping off stuff. Ooh, I'm always nervous. Always nervous. Come on, CODY, I believe in you. Because this would be quite the expensive accident. All right, we have unearthed the peg. This is the treasure we've been trying to unearth the whole time here in Allie's Treasure Trove. All right, that is what the inside looks like. Inside the helmet. All right, let's put Morrison's head on. All right, there he is, Commander CODY. That is so cool. Very easy too, very nice peg here, very movable, posable. Some of the, I mean my Avengers Loki is from 2012. Some of its joints aren't the most easily to move around. Also, ever since I switched one of his hands, like the day I bought it, that peg is a little bit loose. So definitely Hot Toys have come a long way in almost the past 8 years in terms of the posability and longevity. I've even heard that the Red Skull Hot Toy, which I was always kind of like upset that I missed out on, some of them have started disintegrating, like the coats on the Red Skull, so it's probably a good thing I don't own one, because it could just be in my closet and just in the box, because I don't have a lot of display space, just fading away to nothingness. So definitely much improvements in Hot Toys creations over the past 8 years. But yeah, that just looks so lifelike. Also, I feel like I always have to say it when I'm doing something like this. Big shout out to Steven for the new cameras, because otherwise Hot Toy unboxings, like that Anakin that was done before the new cameras were set up, big struggle without having the nice autofocus. So this is just crazy detail here. Just look at that. Just look at that. That is crazy. Even like hair strokes is ridiculous. All right, CODY. CODY. Alright, I have the Clone Wars Anakin with the STAP on pre-order, and I also have the Ahsoka. I think that's actually all I have on pre-order at the moment. I'm not like the world's biggest Luke fan. Obviously, I like Luke, but I already have a couple Lukes. Although I do like the Snowspeeder pilot Luke. I think, is the one that's up on pre-order. I like that one a lot, so I'm still debating if I want to get that one. The Rey Rise of Skywalker one comes with a Dio, so obviously I want it, but the Rey's head sculpt looks a little off. Plus, I mean, I have the other two Reys, though, so I feel like I should get it. That's just one where I'm like, I'm not in love with it. I'm kind of waiting for the final product photos, because obviously they always do, like, the initial mock-up. Sometimes the initial ones look better than the final product, like I'd say the Avengers Infinity War, the Bucky, the Winter Soldier. I'd say the final product for that one looks worse than the preview, but, you know, so it's always a little bit of a risk. I would say most of the time they do end up looking the same or even better. Now, they do listen, Hot Toys does listen to feedback. If you're like, yo, that face is whack, they'll tweak it a little bit. Usually it goes in the right direction, but sometimes it's a little iffy. That is with any kind of hand-sculpted stuff. I'm not big into the DC ones, but I have heard complaints about the Harley Quinns. None of them look like her. But like I said, that's not something I collect, so that's not too much of what I'm into. I'll give you guys the rundown on Star Wars and the occasional Marvel, because I do own 2 Marvel ones, and there's more that I want, but I try to hold back on that because I'm not like a super Marvel collector. Alright, enough of me complaining. Let me go ahead and remove this tray of accessories here. Doing this video makes me think that I am pretty sure I had promised you guys a General Grievous unboxing, so hopefully I'll take care of that in the new year. But, alright, let's check out these different accessories for Le Commander Cody. Come on, dude, open. Alright, here we go. Aha, nailed it. So we do have, like I was mentioning earlier, that arm that you do not want to mess with the wrist. It's cool, you can open it up, put batteries in there. What's this over here? Extra pegs in case you break your peg. And then different hand poses. Alright, so we have... What is that? Is that a shock trooper, maybe? Let me know in the comment section what kind of trooper that is. And of course, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, Yoda, and Obi-Wan. You have your different hands for whatever different weapons. You have the one where he says, blast them! That's this one here. Rip Boga, man. Boga deserved better. This one looks like a little hand to hold one of these smaller pistols. A little thumbs up. That's cool. He's pointing. You can always use I mean, he is the commander. Always need someone to point. Who's going to lead you if you can't point? And then another one to hold another, looks like one of the larger ones. And hold it kind of like that. I don't know if you guys could literally even see anything with me down here in the bottom. So tiny, I'm snapped into the bottom right corner. I'm stuck in my box. But hopefully that was a good overview of the accessories for you guys. Like I said, I'm not going to put them on display, so I'm not going to mess with changing any of the hand pegs right now. But I did want to show those off to you guys so you can see what the accessories look like for this figure. Now, like I said, if you are interested in picking one up, I would recommend to do it sooner rather than later. Is on pre-order. Sideshow, unless you choose the payment plan, does not charge until they ship. But you can do, of course, the payment plans, I think, as long as 4 months or so in advance. So, if you want it, but you're like, you know, maybe I need a budget for it, you can definitely wait via one of those Sideshow payment plans. Overall, very impressed with this figure. Let's check out some of the limbs here. I don't want to remove too much. But alright, you can see how those would slide out so you can have them on display. Nothing tight here. Let's check the feet. Feet seem, I mean, like feet. You don't want to be moving the feet too much. It'd be a little unnatural. But you definitely can twist the feet a little bit. Of course, it has the torso joint as well. Let me actually go ahead and switch back to the main view so you can see my little torso jiggle I was doing. Bend forward, backward, side to side. You can do the around the world kindergarten exercise. Let's check out the arms. I'm just going to go ahead and slide these plastics off. Alright, so he goes back in. Alright, just so I know which side to put them back on after the video. That way we can test, check the articulation of the arms. Of course, it does move. Okay, I pulled an arm off. Alright, so this is what it looked like. You just want to go ahead and pull that off if you were going to switch his arms. Alright, so very easy articulation at the elbow joint. Be careful. I mean, obviously you can put the arms back on, but I'm sure you're posing him on your shelf. You're like, man, I didn't mean to pull the arm off, so be careful with that. Alright, good movement in the shoulder. Let's see how easy it is to just snap this back into place. Make sure his arm's actually facing the right way. That would help. All right, I believe in you, Cody. All right. Not the easiest arm joint I've dealt with. Definitely not the worst, though. I think it's more of a I wasn't getting the armor aligned properly, but once I did move that, it did get in pretty easily. All right, and it popped off again. So it does look like he doesn't want to turn too much at the elbow. I think what is causing it to pop off, I think, is the mixture of this and that right there. One's pushing, and instead of smacking against each other, it just gives. All right, let me just go ahead and put this back on. All right, cool. That's something I didn't know moved. But his actual shoulder armor isn't, like, attached, per se. It does slide up and down a little bit, so it gives you more movement in the arms. That is very cool. All right, and then, of course, these hands do move. The only hand that's not movable is the one with the hologram. All right, let's check the other arm. We got the wrist articulation, elbow. All right, not as prone to popping as the other one. And again, the shoulder piece does move side to side. But alrighty, I think that will do it here for this unboxing and little micro review. Obviously, I can't give you guys a long-term review on this product because, I mean, I've just had it. I'm not going to have them out in the elements, so to speak. But first impressions, very, very wonderful figure and very big fan of the articulation. I also like that once it went back in the joint, I could hear like a little click to know it's in. That way I'm not going to worry about it. Just if I was on my shelf, I hear something drop at night. It's like, oh, Cody lost an arm after I freak out about ghosts. So definitely very cool. Love the head sculpt. Does definitely look very nice. Very similar, if not exactly as that original pictures they put up on the website, their announcement and their final product photos. Looking very much so like Temuera Morrison from Revenge of the Sith, and of course Attack the Clones, where he played Jango. But I'm gonna go ahead and alright, seems like joints do have, once you do it the first time, it's easier to get them back on the second time. Let's see if that holds up here for the helmet. Like I said, I'm more hesitant to push on the helmet just because of, I feel like if I push, my hand might slide, and I don't want to like smack that and then push that off. That would not be good. But very cool, both helmetless and with the helmet on. Very happy with this figure, and eventually I will make a cool Star Wars, like I'll get like a display case and I'll make a cool shelf. And eventually you guys might be able to see that. But very happy with it, and I'm excited. Not sure what we'll be releasing next. Not sure if that Anakin with the STAP, or if it'll be the Ahsoka. Which definitely, guys, don't sleep on that Ahsoka one. That is one I see becoming very expensive on the secondary market if you guys do not get it immediately. Even the Anakins, even the Sith Anakin was up for a while. I remember it was Comic-Con, and I fretted about it. I was like, oh no, I have to get it, I have to get it. I got it, and I managed to get it on the Sideshow website. And then they had it up for a while, and I guess eventually it sold out, and then that increased in price. I very infrequently do Star Wars ones not increase in price. The only ones that I know of to not increase are like the Finn and the Captain Phasma. But otherwise, definitely don't sleep too long on Hot Toys if this is stuff you want to add to your collection, because they will get quite expensive. But yeah, that will do it here for our brand new Movie Masterpiece series unboxing and review of the Commander Cody figure. Actually, why did I put, I'm going to pose for the thumbnail holding him, so why did I put his arm stuff back on? Just alley things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. If you've not already, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, especially if you want to see more of this type of content from me here on The Trove. I always love hearing your guys' feedback. I try to mix it up every now and then, lots of different stuff in my collection, so a lot to show off. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the variety of content, but don't ever feel bad about leaving suggestions in the comment section down below. Of course, I make the videos for me because they're fun, but I want you guys to watch them, so I want to be making content you guys enjoy. Definitely give me feedback on that. But yeah, very cool figure here, and like I said, definitely very pleased to have him in my collection. Not sure what I would rate him out of 10. I mean, first impressions, I'd give it probably a 10 out of 10. Really like it. Really like the paint job. Head sculpt looks great. Accessories seem cool. I mean, I definitely have to play around having them on display with the accessories on my shelf and moving the hands and posability and whatnot. But overall, seems like he would be a 10 out of 10. Definitely would recommend him. And like I said, if you're interested in picking up one for yourself, that link is in the description down below. But that'll do it for me here on Allie's Treasure Trove. Now, just to give you guys a little heads up, if you made it to the end of the video, may as well reward you guys. We'll have a bonus episode tomorrow with some a very relevant thing tomorrow in tomorrow's video. And of course, we'll be back again on Thursday with our regular scheduled upload. But thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it here as we unearthed this treasure of Commander Cody here at Allie's Treasure Trove. If you're not yet part of the family, don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in that next video. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!